Hello, everybody. Today's training is going to be on Curipod.
Okay, let's get started. So, as soon as you log in, it's going to take you to the home page. So, this is just like your dashboard. Underneath, you're going to see the My Lessons tab. So, this is like your library. This is where all your lessons that you save or create will go. Then you have My Reports and your school usage. Today, I'm going to be showing you some of the lessons, how to create lessons and how to use the ready-made lessons. So we're going to go ahead and click on Get Lesson. Okay, once you've clicked on that, it's going to take you to this page. So as you can see, you have a few different options. This first one says Build Writing Skills. So these are lessons that are targeting writing skills. However, these are more for the upper grades, like 6th through 12th grade. Then you have Curify My Slides. So this is where you can upload slides that are already created, and using AI, you can enhance them. Next, we have Generate a Lesson. So you're able to use AI to create lessons from scratch. Then we have Prepare for STAAR. So these are AI generated reviews for STAAR. And then the last one is Establish Daily Routines. So these are lessons that are already created, and they are lessons that are like brain breaks, bell ringers, and exit tickets. So today I'm going to be showing you these last two, and this one too, the generate a lesson, but I'm going to show you how to do this within these. So we're going to start with this last one, establish daily routines. Okay, so as you can tell, there are quite a few different options. So the first one are vocabulary lessons. Okay, so all of these are targeting vocabulary. And if you can notice, here at the bottom of each lesson, it tells you the grade level that this lesson is appropriate for, and it also tells you the minutes. Okay. Next, we have bell ringers, brain breaks, social emotional learning, and then exit tickets. Once you find a lesson that you like, you can click on it. And then there's a couple of different things that you can do once we get there. So as soon as you click on it, it's going to take you to the page for that lesson. Right here on the top, you'll see Save to My Collections. So this is where you can save it to that library that I mentioned earlier. Okay, now within the lesson, there are lessons that are already created. So you can choose the one that best works for you, or we can edit it. And I'll show you how in just a second. So like, for example, this first lesson says the topic is growing a plant, and it is a first grade level. And so here on the left-hand side, you can go through the slides and see if you like it. If you like it and you're ready to share with your students, you would click Share Now or Start. And so then they would have to go to curie.live and then input this code. Okay. Now, let's say that you want to edit it. You don't really like the question that I gave you, or you just want to tweak it a little bit. You would click on Copy and Edit. So now it has been added to your library and you're able to edit it. So here on the left-hand side, there's a couple of different options. You can click Upload, Add New, Edit Activity, Text, Media, Elements, change the background, and Translate. And here you can add more slides. Once you've tweaked it and you're ready to share, you would just click Start Now, same as earlier. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. And so, like I said, there are a few others that are already created for this type of exit ticket. So here's number 2. This is 5th grade solar system. And number 3, Industrial Revolution, 7th grade. Now, let's say none of those go with what you want. You would come down here, and this is where you use AI to generate your own lesson. You're going to click on Topic. And let's say that we are talking about recycling this week. So I want, I want a lesson that has to do, or an exit ticket that has to do with recycling, and I'm going to target fourth grade. So then get lesson. And now it has created an exit ticket that targets recycling for third grade. What are 3 items you can recycle at home, and why is recycling important for our planet? And same thing, you're able to edit it. You can change the text, add more slides, anything you like. And then when you're ready, you click Start Now. Okay. So that's how you use the lessons that are already created. Now I'm going to show you the Prepare for STAAR. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one. Okay. So then once you click on that, this screen will pop up. Okay. Now, unfortunately, with the free version, you are only able to work on reading and the short constructed response. If you have the premium option, you can work on other subjects like math, and you would even be able to do the ECR. So for today, I'm just going to show you the short constructed response. So it automatically inputs these options. So I'm just going to leave it as is and click Next. Then you're going to click on Create with AI. Okay. Same thing, because it's the free version, you're only able to do informational. You are able to choose a grade. So I'm going to stick with fourth grade. And since we were doing recycling earlier, I'm going to do recycling again. Okay. And then for the skill, students will use evidence too, and you choose the skill that you want them to work on. So I'm going to do support an inference made from text. And then you click Get Lesson. Now this part does take a little while because it is generating the entire lesson. Okay, so once it's generated, it'll open up into the design space. Okay, so once you're here, you are able to edit the slides, edit the activities, anything that you want to edit before you share with your students. One thing I do want to mention is there are activities that are embedded into the lesson. So like, for example, here, this one has a voting option. You do want to make sure that you are checking to make sure that you want those activities, because once you share with your students and you get to that activity and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do the voting, you aren't able to skip it. You do have to do it once it's shared with your students. So I would recommend you definitely go and look through the activity once it's generated and make sure that, you know, it's everything that you want it to be. Okay.
And that is everything on how to use Curipod. Thank you guys so much for joining.